Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today I'm looking at two very interesting things that Eddy Cue said at Google's latest antitrust trial. Let's jump into it. All right, so Apple's SVP of Services, Eddy Cue, testified at Google's antitrust trial focused on its search dominance. Apple is involved because they get billions of dollars from Google for making Google the default search engine on Safari. And Eddy said two very interesting things worth discussing. First, he said that search volume in Safari fell for the first time ever in April. The first time ever. Wow, that's really an eyebrow raiser. The obvious explanation for this is that AI is finally starting to take a bite of the market share from web search. I know this is true for myself and probably others as well. I'm starting to use AI more instead of Google search. And it looks like the markets came to the same conclusion. Google's share price took a pretty big dive on Wednesday when these statements were made. So yeah, it doesn't really take a genius to figure out that Google is under massive threat from AI. Second, Eddy said that, quote, "you may not need an iPhone in 10 years, unquote, when discussing the potential impact of AI, which is interesting because as important as search is to Google, the iPhone is probably just or maybe even more important to Apple. And he goes further and talks about how companies that were big 30 years ago, Sun Microsystems, HP, Intel, how they're just a shell of them for their former selves. And it's interesting to hear that, as I think it shows how seriously Apple is taking AI inside the company. They are clearly behind many other players in the space and are scrambling to catch up. The Apple Intelligence rollout has been pretty underwhelming so far, but based on these comments, maybe Apple will be getting their act together soon. I certainly hope so. And Apple stock also nosedived on Wednesday when these comments were made, but it appears to have bounced back a bit better than Google. So there you have it. Our boy Eddy goes to court and sends stocks into a tailspin. But I'll leave this one here for now. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.